My name is Nsuani Baffoe. I'm a level 4 personal trainer, a TRX team coach, and a fascial stretch therapist. I work for Good Life Fitness as a fitness manager at 137 Yonge Street, which is in downtown Toronto. I've been in the industry for 4 years after a long career in athletics. I was NCAA scholarship athlete in football. I've been working with everything from the weekend warrior to top-ranked athletes to the everyday person just looking to get in shape. And my wealth of experience and the team that I work with and my knowledge base based on the education I have allows me to work with pretty much anybody who's looking to improve their physical fitness and healthy lifestyle. So the change that we're seeing in the fitness industry with more activity, more people becoming active and living healthy lifestyles, first of all, it's a great thing, not just from my business standpoint, but it's great to see people become more active and be more aware about their health. What people are starting to realize is the benefits of fitness and health outside of just the aesthetic value. Go back a few years ago, it was just about looking good and looking good naked, looking good in a bikini, looking good in a suit. Now they're realizing not only the aesthetic value, but the ability to work longer and have more energy and to take care of kids and to really prep your body for the lifestyle that we're seeing. Toronto is a very, very competitive city. Almost everyone I know has more than a few things going on, whether it's work and school, work and family, work, family, and school. And the best way to really prep your body is to train and take care of it at the highest level. And again, not just so that it looks good and you're comfortable and confident, but also so that you can maintain and do well with the demands of everyday life. So it's a great thing we're seeing. A lot of times people are starting to realize that if you're not paying it forward, meaning you're not actively participating in a healthy lifestyle, eating well, taking care of your body, you're going to pay for it on the back end when you're sick or injured or off work. So it's investing pretty much into yourself, which is a great, great trend we're seeing. It's definitely a hot topic nowadays, especially childhood obesity. Because quite frankly, we're just getting bigger and bigger as Canadians. I lived in the United States for 7 years, and the United States has long had a problem with obesity. And I can remember traveling between Canada and the US, I would always say, you don't see the same size people in Canada that you did in the US. And over the years, that slowly started diminishing, and we're starting to get very, very obese in this country. And the problem with that is the food quality, the processed foods, the canned and packaged foods, and our grocery stores not carrying the best products, the stress levels, as we said, the job demands, family demands, education demands. And really, in my opinion, what's contributing mostly to it is the reduction of athletics as youth. When I was in school, I know it was a long battle for teachers and coaches and extracurricular programs, and I saw a lot of stuff cut in my day, which is well over 10 years ago. And I think now we're starting to see it in the kids as childhood obesity is becoming a major, major problem. And if you don't have a good support network with your parents and your family to really set you up in activity early, our kids unfortunately are going to school, sitting down all day, working in front of a computer all day and doing the exact same thing when they get home, sitting down in front of a computer, playing video games, and not getting out and getting active. And then when you have such things like gym classes being cut or after school programs or sports scenes being cut, it just contributes to the problem overall. And obese kids will turn to obese young adults and eventually have obese kids themselves. So that is something that unfortunately in Canada, where we're usually a forerunner or a leader, we're really slacking because we're letting our normal fit standards start to slide. So working with the general public for fitness and health, we're working with everything from the general public to high-end athletes. Across the board, the one thing that I feel is the most important is mobility. And what I mean by mobility is making sure your body maintains its ability to have range of motion, posture, and flexibility. And why that's so key is when you decide to get active, after you realize maybe your health is slipping, you're gaining weight, you're losing energy, the worst thing that I find people do is that they force themselves into an active lifestyle with a sedentary body. If you sit 8-9 hours a day at work or 6 or 7 hours in school, it's not logical to now take your body and put it right into action. So every day, no matter if you're in a gym or not, the key is doing some kind of stretch or some kind of mobility work to counter what you've been doing for most of your day. And most of our society will do this in some form. Whether they're sitting at a desk, hunched over in a car, writing in school, this becomes our natural state. And when we start to have that forward slope, it really starts to affect our posture. You put that into activity, and that's when injuries happen, or more commonly, ineffectiveness to exercise. So stretching the upper shoulders, stretching the pecs, stretching your hip flexors and all the areas of your body that become inhibited by sitting is, in my opinion, the most important thing you can do for your physical well-being every day. When it comes to flexibility, it actually relates over to freedom. And what I mean by that is if you lose mobility, if you lose your body's ability to have range of motion, eventually you're going to lose your lifestyle. Whether it's walking up and down the stairs with a cane, or in more dramatic occurrences as we get older, assisted living or wheelchair. So mobility is the #1 thing in my opinion when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle, because it keeps the door open for so much more. When people first come to me looking to change their physical fitness, one of the usual things as you dig deep enough is looking good. And it means a different thing to every single person, and it does take some time to dig through the layers and figure out what that means for each person. For some people it's gaining more muscle, for some people it's losing weight, for some people it's trimming inches. Overall though, usually the motivation behind people's fitness goals almost always comes down to some aesthetic value, which there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of times people feel a little ashamed to come in and say, hey, I want to look better, I want to look better naked, I want to look better to my spouse, or I want to meet someone and be more confident when I go to the club. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And as I said, usually when you get to the layers of why someone's there, it usually comes down to some sort of aesthetic value, which relates to confidence. So don't feel bad if you just want to look good. We all do.